Good morning. Usually I'd have Mario Cristobal's post-game pressers entirely, but we will do that, and then you'd hear me. But I just want to warn our younger audience that there will be some explicit language in Mario's presser from last night, so it may be a little sensitive. Maybe a little sensitive to that. Then I'll give you my take on last night's 50-15 win over USF here in Tampa, and then we'll go from there. So without further ado, Mario Cristobal's post-game press conference in its entirety.
Guys, for responding the way they did first time we actually trailed this year. Response, we played cleaner and better Miami Hurricane football. Hats off to the defense. Just a tremendous job finally getting accustomed to the tempo. We can practice it all we want, and we did. We ran two huddles. We did everything we possibly could to simulate them. But they're difficult. They're a good football team. They've got good coaches. They dial it up pretty well also. But as the game went on, our guys started getting adjusted. And I thought the night was epitomized by Misha's interception and the offense taking over and going right down the field 40 yards and a touchdown. That's right of football we want to play. Looking forward now to the next opportunity.
Lorraine, what about the USF offense gave you guys some trouble in the first half? What adjustments did you guys make after halftime?
Well, we were getting lined up. Okay, we didn't get them on the ground, right? A lot of missed tackles. On third down, we're typically a little bit better on third down. I think they were 4-9 in the first half. I thought some of their in cuts hurt us a little bit, but we quickly kind of snugged down the coverage a little bit. Our pressures, the internal part of our pressures, the pocket push was better. It caused more problems for their quarterback, and then we sacked them a couple times, got off the field on third down. So, and all in all, we stopped worrying about the post snaps. You know what I mean? We started playing our brand of football and worried about blocking, tackling, going, catching.
The bend don't break performance from the defense in the first half. So it was just a 30-yard drive where they got a touchdown. Just the effort that even when USF was driving, you guys were able to find plays at the right time.
Well, that's what you get when you play this outfit. I mean, they're going to run a lot of snaps, which means you're also going to get the ball back as well. And if you want to make it a boat race, we're okay with that. We're comfortable with, going back and forth, exchanging possessions, and hopefully getting more 7s and 3s. And that's what ended up happening. I thought the stop at the end of the half was huge, and coming out and scoring at the end, at the beginning of the second half was huge. But we don't play that offense, really all year. And they go at a scorching pace. They really do. And their quarterback he's a great player, and their coach he dials it up. We saw what he did when he was over at Tennessee, and he's certainly doing a great job here at South Florida as well. So I think the defense played really well once we got adjusted.
Mario, let's talk about the nights that Isaiah Horton and Damian Martinez had, and the fact that Cam Ward actually was able to use his legs to get first downs. These guys, Horton and Martinez, haven't heard a lot about them, but tonight we saw 4 touchdowns between the two guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, he spreads the ball out really, really well. I think if you take away, for example, we got a lot of man coverage in the first half. We did. I'm talking about snug up, press man, daring you to throw it, and making sure you don't run it. So, we're going to go to the things that Coach Dawson and the staff have dialed up to be man coverage. And we were very successful at it. And I know Cam's going to be upset with himself. Some of the throws he missed by a hair. So that's the kind of guy he is. He's always trying to get better, but he's dynamic. He continues to prove he's dynamic and a game changer for us. I thought Isaiah Horton continues to show that true development has really taken its course, and he's playing some great football for us. And Damian Martinez, we didn't run the ball early as much as we thought we would, but if you want to put them all in there, you gotta defend outside, and we're going to play football to a certain standard and call certain things when people do that to us.
Mario, a third of the season, 4 games down. What is this team in terms of your personal expectations going into the season?
Right. Well, it's 1-0 every night, right? Yeah. That's what we want. 10-30 tonight. Want to be 1-0. I would say that we're playing physical. Our line of scrimmage play is getting better and better. I think we kept Cam clean most of the night. I don't know if he was sacked at all or whatnot. I know he had a couple pressures. He scrambled out, but we stayed on blocks. We got him on the ground a couple of times. I'd say the best part about everything is that these guys like to work. And the talking is about getting back, getting in bed, waking up, and preparing for conference play. We had an opportunity to play against these 4 different opponents, different conferences, and we're able to come out 1-0 every single week, which is great. It got better as those 4 games went on, and now it's conference play, right? Which is a whole different animal. So nobody's content, Nobody's content. We're excited about the progress. We're enthused and driven, but we certainly just kind of want to get back to work.
Mario, what do you feel like you've learned the most about this team in these 4 games that'll help you now in the conference play?
That they love to work, they're resilient, there's no penalty, there's no injury, there's no score situation that our guys can't overcome. I think their belief is strong because of the work. I think these guys they're restless as it relates to, they just want to get better. There's kind of no settling. They know we could be a really good team. They know there's some things we got to clean up. We just want to get to work.
Coach, big performances from the running back as a whole, from the top down. 3 touchdowns out of Damien, 100 yards out of Lyle, but there was definitely no drop off.
Why pay too much for cable TV?
Can you talk about the depth of this one on what it shows tonight?
Well, it's competitive depth, which is awesome. I think our guys have learned the hard truth about football. The only way to get the best out of your people is to provide them with consistent competition and real competition. One that puts them on edge and keeps them on their toes and has them every day fighting for their jobs. When you do that, you push your own limits and you get better. And I think that position group epitomizes that.
What can you say about Markel and how you plugged him in?
Markel?
Yeah.
Markel played an awesome game. Markel, he's a giant of a human being and his heart is just as big. Markel loves to work. Markel, from the day he got here, Greenville, Mississippi, all he wanted to do was work. Super grateful, super humble, just full of gratitude young man. Sky's the limit for him. He's tough, he's physical. Man, love the guy, really do. Really do, and he's just getting started. I know Jalen was out, he missed this game. I think he'll be back here next week, hopefully he will. But proud to see Markel step in and do what he did. And proud of Samson. Samson got in there as well and played a few snaps. Samson's going to be a really good player for us.
Coach, your team held up with 62 rushing yards. Can you talk a little bit about the rushing defensive role, especially the containment of Byron Brown?
Well, he's a really good player. And what they do is really challenging, and they've got really good checks, and they've got good man beaters. They do a great job finding soft spots for your defense as well. And then he's really hard to tackle. Watching him on film, nobody's tackled him effectively. He makes people miss. When you get hands on him, he runs through them. Just tough, man. That guy really is an elite level competitor. So hats off to the defense, starting with the players and Coach Skidry and the rest of the coaches for dialing it up. All week long, really worked hard at defending Temple. You just don't have a guy like him to tackle in practice, And certainly as the game went on, we got more and more accustomed to his style of play and felt that we got better. So just felt the defense, all those guys, they all deserve a ton of credit for allowing us to be in the situation to win this football game in the manner we did.
Mario, I think the only real negative from tonight, I guess, is the penalties. 8 for 80 in the first half and maybe 10 for 100-ish total. What was your message to the team at halftime about that? They did improve in that.
To stop all the bullshit. All right. Sorry about the language, but that's the bottom line. I think we were anxious. Sometimes we were a little bit just, we knew this was going to be a physical game. We had to be physical, and we were not. That's not what we've been. It's not. And we started doing it, and it wasn't a matter of want to. It wasn't just arrogance for not doing things the right way. It was just we got off of what we are. Okay? And if we want to really put on display what we are, we had to show it in the way we played, not the way we talked or the way we did stuff. And really proud of these guys for taking over that part in the locker room as leaders, as grown men, and putting our words into action and having a great second half.
Well, I'll tell you this. When you talk about last night's win, this is Miami Hurricanes Talk with Danny, presented by Lorraine Sports. Canes Connection, again, go to canesconnection.com to become a member. They do great work with that. Members, you get good membership, you get good things from those folks at Canes Connection. Also, Canes Storm USF t-shirts. The folks at McDivot here in Tampa are selling those. I don't know if they're sold out already. They may still have some. Also, go to Lorraine Sports Shopify page. I'll put that in the description so you can order your T-shirts from last night's win, and they also have short shirts from We Bring the Smoke. You can see that on their site. They do great work. Give them a shout out. Let's get to last night's 50-15 win over USF. First half, you heard Mario say the penalties. I thought we were a little discombobulated. The penalties were just a problem. The tempo, they got to us on the TD. USF had they caught us out of position. Kiko was out of position on the Philly/Tampa special there. He bit off the fake, and Brown was left by himself for the TD. I mean, we made a mistake there. Just got to clean. Had to clean second half. Listen, Canes adjusted. You heard Mario say we made adjustments defensively, and then 28-0 in the second half. That was just absolute dominance. And then Jordan Lyle, 91-yard TD run, and we put 50 on a pretty good USF football team. Okay. One thing we were not going to make the mistakes Bama made. Yeah, we got that turnover. But here's the thing I really felt. When USF missed an opportunity on the first play of the game to get a pick six, and they didn't get it, you knew that was an opportunity missed for USF, and Miami didn't pay on that. And right away we get the TD to start on the first drive. So that was big for us right there. Just felt we just took care of business in the second half. He said we cut the penalties, cut the BS with the penalties. We're not going to make those mistakes the way we did in this game. Everything that we did, basically, we did what we needed to do in the second half. I think at one point, 569 yards total offense last night. 574 to 365. Net rushing 170, most of that in the second half. It's just 62 for USF on 32 attempts. We held USF to their lowest, one of the lowest outputs in history. I mean, under Alex Golish, in fact, the lowest they had on a Golish teams had was Georgia a few years ago. That's how dominant Miami was we were in the second half. They lost 33 yards. We only lost 7. We gained 177 yards. They gained 95. 24-34. 404 yards. USF 303. I mean, that's just amazing. When you look at the defense. Tackle for loss yards, 35 to just -7 for USF. We sacked their quarterbacks 4 times last night. They did not get to our quarterbacks once. They did have 2 pass breakups, USF did, but the one pick, Cam had was Jacoby. Jacoby, I thought he had it. Bobble it, and then they get the pick there. And they make us fair course with the Tampa special, again being out of position. Aside from that, I felt we did a good job. Felt we did what we needed to do. Everything worked in the second half. 4 TDs in the second half, each drive. You knew we were going to take over. And everything clicked in the second half. Everything clicked in the second half. In fact, in the second half, 80, 96, 3. That's actually 9. In the second half, 345 yards in the second half last night. To just to 161 for USF in the second half. I mean, everything clicked. Everything clicked. And of course, 2 interceptions, and we knocked Brown out of the game. What can you say about Cam? 24, 34, 404, 3 TDs. He did have the 1 pick, 193 rating. Jordan Lyle, wow. 604 yards, that electric dime, 91-yard TD run. But it was mainly a grinded out game. Martinez had 3 TDs last night. Cam had 25 yards. Horton, 108. X, almost 100 yards receiving. Sammy, 75 yards. Again, everything clicked. Everything clicked in the second half last night. Everything clicked last night in that second half. So now let's give out the report card. Offense, I'm going to give an A. I don't give it a plus because we committed the penalties there. And penalties are just you're going to hear commenting with the report card. Penalties were a problem there. Defensively, I'm going to give an A. Again, penalties were an issue there. Don't give it a plus because of the penalties. Aside from that, dominant performance in the second half. Made the adjustments. Shut down that up-tempo USF offense, which was giving us problems in the first half. Special teams, I'm going to give an A as well. Again, the penalties there, blocking the backs, called back some returns there. But all in all, I thought we did a very good job, especially in the second half. 28-0. Everything clicked. Did what we had to do. Now let's give out the game balls. My first game ball goes to Cam Ward. 24-34, 404 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Second game ball I'm going to give to Jordan Lyle, that big 91-yard run really at the end of the game. That was just amazing. My third game ball I'm going to give that third game ball really to the defense for that performance in the second half, shutting down the USF up-tempo running game. And my fourth and final game ball I'm going to give to, I'm actually going to give 2 more game balls. One will be to Isaiah Horton, 8 receptions, 108 yards, and a touchdown. And my final game ball I'm going to give to X, 6 receptions, 99 yards. Oh, and maybe I'll give an extra game ball to Sam Brown, 2 receptions, 75 yards, and a TD. So those are my game balls. And in closing, short week. Now the real season begins with conference play against Virginia Tech Friday night. 7 o'clock, 7:30 game would be on ACC Network, I believe, and or ESPN. I'm not sure the network. I'll have to find that out. So, and by the way, again, go to LorraineSports.com, purchase this. K-Storm USF. She has good T-shirts there. I'll put the link again in the description if you're on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. And also, if you feel, this is completely up to you. If you want to donate, if you like the content and you want to give a donation to say thank you, you can go to PayPal and Cash App. I'll put those links in the descriptions. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Take care. God bless you. And let's go, Canes.